Another day on the farm. Alexa, stealing my truck, sick of me. Me, sick of the increase in Bitcoin mining difficulty. Today I want to break down some of the updates here on the farm. Yes, we're farming corn, which is actually being harvested over the next couple of days. But like, honestly, I'm like really feeling the squeeze, and I haven't even gotten most of my gear hooked up that is sitting here idle, wasting away, being devalued. You know, all these Bitcoin miners, and God, I'll be honest, I'm a little frazzled today, but I want to break down everything that's going on with the Bitcoin mining farm that we're working on here. We're gonna mine other coins as well, but that backbone is built with Bitcoin, which really makes a lot of this recent news even more scary. But whoop-ah, we got some exciting developments back there, because electricity is in the process of being installed. We've hit some roadblocks, we've hit some delays, but yes, soon we dig for coins. Did you know that Tails, our CMO, our Chief Mining Officer here, loves digging? My name is Vosk on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Let's dig into it.
The dwarves delved too greedily and too deep. You know what they awoke in the darkness.
Hash rate is still sky high. Maximize your miners, maximize your hash rate. All right, so I'm out here at the pad. I have 2 electric stations pulled here. I'll explain a little bit more on the shed and update on that, but you know, we talked a lot about the mining shed 3.0 and everything that's going on with that, but there is going to be probably maybe a change or just simply an addition. What I haven't talked too much about here yet, because it's been a lot of just figuring out if I can make it work behind the scenes, is an additional building, or really shipping container, deployed right here that will be a custom plug and play mining box. This mining box will allow me to just have a plug and play mining operation, air cooled, security, cameras, just, you know, PDUs, racks, everything whoosh, ready to go. And it's supposed to be optimized. And right now I still deal with the issue of only single phase electricity. So this is entirely set up for single phase electricity. In particular, we're gonna be running 400 amps to it. That will actually not even utilize the full capabilities of what we're deploying here, but this is really just leg 1 of the deployment. We gotta get this stuff online and hashing away, because mining is incredible. Earn passive income 24/7 with your robotic employees. Yes, but if your robotic employees don't have anywhere to work, then they won't work.
Another pointless day where I accomplished nothing.
Supply chain shortage issue here, XYZ, whatever. You know, we face 1,000,001 hurdles in this world, in this era, along with everyone else. It sucks, it's frustrating. But enter the mining shed. Not actually, don't enter, because we're gonna be outside. So I have my electric station set up over here as well. The electric station is actually, if you look, they're identical. These are identical. Another 400 amps is being pulled here, and I'm pulling 400 amps to our field building over there, but I'm actually only putting in a 200 amp panel for now for what I plan to do there. But I have the ability to just tack on another 200 amp panel if I want and need 200 more amps of electricity. Again, same issue, single phase. That's fine for now. We gotta get this going. We gotta get this running. So I've talked a lot about my plans for the mining shed before. Pretty simple, you know, put in a wall and then cut in vents over here and cut in vents on the other side, and have a hot aisle and a cold aisle, and just have the miners push the air right through. But the more I think about it, the more research I do, the more I look at just my rapidly rising electricity rate, which, yes, my end game is powering the entire farm entirely off of solar panels. But I have gear I need to deploy now. And to deploy it now, I'm just gonna have to draw energy from the grid. Simple as that. My solar panel plan, you know, we're looking at the first phase of that deployment over the next year. But again, I need the stuff running now. So we're pulling it from the grid. With that, I'm thinking more and more, how about immersion cooling? It's quieter, which is cool. Doesn't really matter for me out here on about 100 acres. But I still prefer quiet. Yeah, it's tranquil out here. It's incredible. So, you know, it's noise pollution. I could deal with it, but I still would rather not have it. But that's not the main selling point, right? The main selling point is going to be the ability to overclock the gear and make more money with it, earn more coins. And the gear is supposed to last longer. So then we get increased longevity in the hardware. And it's more efficient when you run it like that, lowering our electricity bill, which I do not have a good electric rate out here. We're still in negotiations to see where all the numbers fall, but I'm pretty much just gonna be sitting at a residential electric rate. If you looked at the mining profitability charts, that's not good. There's gonna be a lot of miners that in a major mining farm with a cheap electric rate will be plenty profitable, and I'll be treading water on some of them if I'm even lucky. So getting that efficiency up is going to be critical for me in my personal operation. So with that in mind of basically initially planning to have a bigger air-cooled area, I think I'm going to push in some, have less of an air-cooled area, and then have more area on, you know, if you're looking at it from this side, just the right side, on the other side of that wall, and basically have an immersion area, a liquid cooled area. And again, I'm talking about immersion cooling. I'm going to further, you know, just explore water cooling, because there are some exciting smaller scale developments where you can basically not have an entire ant pod for hydro miners. And that becomes really interesting for someone like me that I'm not a big scale miner by any means. I'm trying to grow beyond being a small scale miner, which I guess, you know, term we talked about a couple years ago. With Roth, we've got the goals of a medium-sized mining farm. Unfortunately, macroeconomic conditions continue to be bearish and just kind of fucked. So nothing is really shaping up to help us. Mining difficulty skyrocketing on Bitcoin, mining profitability low across the board, Ethereum no longer mineable, and I had a lot of Ethereum mining rigs. So at this point, I really need to stop spending and investing in infrastructure. I mean, even the gravel I'm standing on, I put 20 grand into cutting this road in and putting all this gravel down. That's crazy. That's insane. My initial mining shed was a fraction of that cost. And look, it made money. You don't make money with rocks. No. So moving forward, still full steam ahead on the deployment. And I'm really constricting on extra things, nice things. When I was working on this, market conditions in cryptocurrency and even just the big global picture were still decent. They were definitely trending down, they were pulling back, but they were still decent. Things continue to get tougher in literally every category, from rising Bitcoin mining difficulty, which means that I'll simply mine less Bitcoin, which means I'll make less money. Every day forward, just like every step I'm taking, right? I'm getting closer to the Bitcoin halving, where the half amount of Bitcoin will be mined with every block, which translates to half as much Bitcoin minted, right, per day, which means, to put it simply, nothing changes. The amount of dollars per day mined in Bitcoin will be cut right in half, which will literally have my mining operations profitability. Scary. Yes, very scary. Scary Larry. Get out of here, Scary Larry. Creeping in the corn. Isn't the corn kind of creepy? It's like, you know, you could be in there. I couldn't see you. That's terrifying. But maybe I'm in there. I've got a lot of idle hardware, need to get it hooked up, need to get it deployed. And basically everything's set. We're just waiting for the electric company to finish their part of the installation. And then we're gonna button up things in the building. and it'll be mineable. What I do want to do before that, and I have a little bit of time unfortunately, is to finalize my plans for the deployment on the inside of the building and get all that set, so when I do have electric, you know, hooked right up, then it's plug and play, ready to go. Again, I have the other building hopefully on the way here any day, which will give me another ready to deploy plug and play option. Depending on how all these schedules line up, I may put more gear in this. Again, it's kind of a TBD building, and then maybe focus more on an immersion deployment in the mining shed in the short term, and then in the medium term finish out the air-cooled installation. As it stands, I still move forward almost painfully, blindly bullish, where I continue to acquire mining rigs. I have more gear than ever before that I'm sitting on right now, and my hash rates, they ain't impressive, because I don't have many amps in my garage mining farm, and I no longer operate my original shed mining farm. So I'm in a tight hold right now, and it kind of feels like they got me in a headlock, choking me up. It's getting a little dark. It's getting harder to see. Blood flow, where are you? So I'm holding on. I'm hodling, trying to survive. You know, a lot of people think I'm an idiot. A lot of people think I'm stupidly bullish. A lot of people think I'm gonna fail with this. I don't think so. That's why I keep pushing forward. And you know, not to be redundant here, right? But fortune favors the bold. I talked about being bold in cryptocurrency in the video a couple weeks ago. I practice what I preach, you know, for better and worse. And I'm trying to make the best of everything. I've been focused more heavily on trading recently, doing some more leverage trading. You know, it's fun, it's exciting, it's scary, it's stressful. My blood pressure says I don't need any more stress, but hey, here we are, being stressful. I haven't talked too much about the field building, VoskCoin HQ recently. That's kind of been on hold while I heavily focus on just the mining side of this, and really kind of just taking a deep breath while a couple of things I just literally simply have to wait for. You know, moving forward, I'm going to continue to build this out, develop it, refine it, just build a warehouse in there, a test bench, have an area to have some mining rigs in there, and then also build out an office in the upstairs, and just, you know, try to make, you know, some cool videos that just really like informative. I want to make video resources. I want to, you know, just create evergreen, valuable content, and you know, whenever I die, sooner or later, at least you'll be like, man, at least that dude made a half decent video that one time. So if you thought this video was half decent, please smash that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, let me know any suggestions, comments, concerns you have. And seriously, I really do appreciate everyone who takes the time to tune in and watch our videos. Without you, VoskCoin would be nothing. So seriously, thank you, and have a good one.